Hey, welcome to I Am Sure Sports. This is Man's Man. I'm again delighted to be with you today to do uh, one video just discussing some more Reggae Boys issue. And this is the issue as it relates to flight, the cost of flight, and how corporate Jamaica can aid in this process to help the Reggae Boys make it to Qatar 2022. But before we get into our video, let me take this opportunity to thank all our subscribers. It has been a good journey so far with your help and with your input. We have surpassed 1,000 subscribers and we are growing steadily and continuously. So thank you so much. Listen, keep subscribing, keep joining the platform, keep liking the video, keep making your comments. We really love the comments that we have been receiving and we continue to respond to as many of them as possible. Now, also, big up if you're celebrating a birthday, anniversary, big up to you. Hope you have a wonderful, 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 wonderful day. All right, always check out our live streams and see what's happening there so you can be a part of it. All right, so let's jump into this. So I've been doing my own checks and researches. I had a very good talk with one of my friends. His name is Omar Rogers, and he and I kind of had this suggestion, really primarily him, and he suggested something to me that I think would be very, very wise for us to implement in aiding our football team, the Reggae Boys, to be able to make it to Qatar. And this is in terms of the financial struggles that the federation is facing and what could be done to help them in that process, even if we can't directly be engaged in the games, meaning by attending. As you would know, that right now there are plans afoot to have vaccinated or persons with PCR tests to be allowed. Some amount of spectators allowed into the national stadium for the game against Canada on the 10th of October at 5 p.m. And that would be a very good thing because that would generate some level of income. Though it won't be a full stadium, I think it would make a huge benefit financially and also to the players who are out there on the pitch, sacrificing their time for the Reggae Boys. All right, so we look forward to that happening. But in addition to that, now I've been doing my own checks. I've checked out a couple of things and got some figures, and these are approximate figures. All right, approximate figures. And so let me give you a few of these approximate figures and share with you what they're like. So I checked what it is. The game that we're playing against the USA will be played in the city of Austin. That's in Texas. And so say we were to again summon the 8 English-based Reggae Boys to come and play this game in the US. So let's use the number 8 as the maximum right now. What would be the cost be per player for them to travel from London to Austin, and then from Austin back to Jamaica when the game is completed? All right, so the ticket prices out there right now, a one-way ticket, because that is what you'd want to go to Austin, because remember, on your return flight you're not going back to London. So to travel from London to Austin, you're looking at approximately $2,500 US. It could be like in the 2,300, so it's between 2,300 to 2,500 if you're traveling business class. All right, this is business class. These are some of the best ticket prices out there. It could go up to as far as 4,000, but we're using an average amount of $2,500. All right, now this is again a one-way ticket. If it were two-way, you're looking at ridiculous amount of money, probably $5,000, but it's one way, so you're looking at around 2,500 US dollars. All right, we won't use pounds to calculate this. Now, to travel now from Austin back to Jamaica for the game against Canada, you're looking at an approximate figure of $1,600 for a straight flight business class ticket to Jamaica. So when you add those two figures together, that is 25 plus 1,600 US dollars, you get 4,100 US dollars per player. Right? So let's use 4,000 for easy calculation. All right, so 4,000 US per player, and if you get 8 players coming in, if you go if you know your math very well, you know that 4 8 is 32, right? 8 plus 8 is 16. 16 plus 16 is 32. So right there, really, it works out to so basically, so let's calculate it at one first, right? 4,000 US at what's the rate of the US, right? 4,000 US, what the rate in terms of local currency, Jamaica, all right? Let's put it at 150 Jamaican dollars. I believe that is 600,000 when you calculate it that way. So it would be, let's get out the calculator and work this out. So we have ticket price from London to Austin, Texas, from Austin, Texas to Jamaica, 4,000 US at a conversion rate of 150 Jamaican dollars, 600,000. This is just 600,000 each, and this is for the players coming out of England coming for the game. So 600,000 for their flight. Now we have not yet calculated what it is to go to Honduras and then coming back to the US and then fly from there to back to London. We're just giving you this because we have a thought that we want to make you aware of. So that's 600,000. So 6 8 is 48. All right. So you're looking at $4.8 million in terms of travel from London to Austin and back to Jamaica. In terms of travel for 8 players. Now, the players traveling out of the US, you know that would be a whole lot cheaper because traveling the USA is cheaper. So what I am suggesting is corporate Jamaica, and I hope you will hear this video. I think one company in Jamaica should say, listen, JFF, we can't sponsor you every time, but for this particular, watch this, all you're asking is that for this particular game, can we give you this $4.8 million to help with ticket purchases for these 8 players so that they can travel from London to Austin, from Austin to Jamaica. And then you can get other companies to take on the portion of the trip to Honduras, back to the US, back to London, right? So, but for these 8 players, I am proposing a couple of things happen. That one company could say, all right, I will sponsor, say Eastern Pinnock, for example, is coming. I will donate 600,000 Jamaican dollars or 4,000 US for the ticket for Eastern Pinnock for one game. And that one game is the game against the USA. A next company take on the Honduras game. Remember, you're not taking on the player's salary. You're taking on the travel costs for the players, right? So I don't want to pick any company out of the hat, but you could say, listen, I want to take on this player, and we just do a public presentation where when the player comes in, we meet the player at the airport, and our company comes there, shake their hand, we hand over whatever, though the ticket has been purchased, but you do a handover, and that becomes some coverage for your company. That's just 4,000 US dollars. And if we can find 4 companies in Jamaica who can sponsor this, then we don't have to worry about $4.8 million. In fact, you could find 8 companies, and that's $4.8 million in sponsorship in a very simplified way. And then again, what you do, you find a next set of companies, because sometimes people, instead of asking for 400,000 US, we can break that sum up into small portions. All right, you may be asking, what about the players in America? I'm saying that all the players, what we need to do is to find out what the ticket cost is and present that to people. Listen, for these set of players, the cost is 4,000. For these set of players, the cost is 2,000. For these set of players, and you just need to take a player. And you get the opportunity, your company get the opportunity when the player, keeping all the protocols, when the player arrives in Jamaica, you get to do an official presentation to the player. Now you can take that, you can put that in the newspaper because you're getting coverage and stuff. Because like, again, many companies may not be able to give 100 million, 50 million, but what they can afford is $600,000 in bite sizes. So this is one way that I believe the administration could engage corporate Jamaica. This is one way I'm hoping that people in corporate Jamaica can watch this video and make a call to the marketing department at the GFF, because the truth is the reports came out that the $110 million were spent on the first 3 games, and they were operating at a deficit before this. So that is only going to be increased. What do you think? I think this is a way to engage. In fact, I also believe that there are individuals who have a passion for the national football team, that if they know that this money will go directly towards the ticket, then they would be engaged. You see, sometimes I realize with credibility and transparency, when people have challenges with that, they want to ensure that what they give goes to a specific purpose. There are individuals who could say, listen, I will take on this. So if you're in England, if you're in the United States, and you say, you know what, I didn't know that I could actually cover the cost for Leon Bailey to come to Jamaica at $4,000. I didn't know I could cover the cost for Mikel Antonio to come to Jamaica. I didn't know I could cover the cost of $4,000 for this man to come and play in the US. And you'd like to do that. I challenge you to call the federation and say, listen, I have 4,000 US. I have 600,000 Jamaican dollars that I want to give to this specific purpose. I want there to be a handover, though the money would have been paid up already. I want there to be an official handover, right? I think so. Just a photo shoot. You could do that. I'd love to do a photo with the person. Here's an additional part of the plan. So say I'm a Jamaican. I may want to go to the game. I'm fully vaccinated, as an example, and I want to go to the game. But I have money. So I say, you know what? Instead of paying, I don't know, $5,000 for the ticket to sit in the grandstand, or $10,000 for the ticket to sit in the grandstand, which I think the prices are going to be very high. Instead of paying that, listen, I will go above and beyond that. I will give you $4,000, show my proof of vaccination, come to the game, and then I get a photo of my player with an autograph photo of the player. I think a plan like that could work. And so I encourage the administration. I encourage individuals who want the football, who love the football. I encourage just the people generally to let us find a way to implement this right now, because it would alleviate the financial burden the federation is bearing, and at least, as reports have suggested, the players would not need to purchase their own tickets. We not only criticize, but we offer solution for the betterment of the program. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you again for watching. If you have not yet, please hit the subscribe button. Help us to get to 1,500 subscribers. I'm Manensman. You have a great day. Bye for now.